Hello everybody, and welcome to another Kaldheim draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below with your questions or feedback. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas, and if you're looking to support my content, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Okay, so we're going to start things off. Our rare is not very good. Double green is really tricky to swing with this sort of card, and it just, even though it looks like it's going to get you a mana advantage, it's so precise. You have to have exactly one higher, and scrying one a turn is not worth a card, so not something you want to be taking in your own drafts. Bloodsky Berserker is fine, but it's a little bit hard to enable, and it's only good on turn 2, really. Like if you top deck it late, it's a lot worse. There's Doomscar Titan, which looks like it's for any deck, but it's not really that good in blue-red, even though it is a giant. You ideally want to be playing this in red-green maybe, or red-white. Then there's also Svella, which is a really nice card. I think I'm going to take the Svella here, even though it's a gold card, and I normally don't take gold cards first. I think Svella is actually worth it, because it's oftentimes a card you'll splash in snow decks, and it's just a really good card. It's like a one-card engine. The commons I didn't really get to, but Frostbite's pretty solid there. Okay, so moving on to pick 2. We have a Svella in our pile, but we are no means already committed to snow or anything like that. We could take a Maja, Bredeguard Protector. This card's also very good, and a really nice reason to be drafting green-white. There's a Snow Mountain, but I think that's a little bit forcey if you just take a red-green gold card and then take a mountain, as if you're going to be able to take, as if you're going to end up being able to just play the Svella. There's also a Sculptor of Winter for a monocolored card. I like Avalanche Caller better boost. It just wins you the game so often. I'm not a huge fan of Frostpire Arcanist early, because it needs so many things to go right. You need to have multiples of the same spells, and you need to be controlling, because a 2/5 is not good in a aggro deck. Frenzied Raider does not go with Svella at all, even though it is a red card. But I'm going to take the Maja. I think it's just such a good card if I do end up going green-white. And there are a couple white cards in the pack. The rare is missing, so we don't get really any signals here. Pick 3. There is a lot of cards that are good in this pack. I like Shimmerdrift Veil a lot, because if I end up in a Maja deck, it's going to be okay. But if I end up in a Svella deck, it's going to be incredible. So I'm going to hover that for now. Just a really nice land. Lets you get things going. Egon, God of Death. Exiling 2 cards from your graveyard is really tough. So you kind of have to view this as Revitalize plus a lot of the time. You're maybe only going to get 1 attack out of this. Revitalize is 2 mana, gain 3, draw a card. And since this is oftentimes not going to be able to stay in play, it'll just blank your opponent's attacks, which is like a gain life. Throne of Death is interesting, but it can actually be a downside too, because sometimes you just slowly get yourself drained out of the game. Great Hall of Starnheim can be pretty good if you're black-white. I like Starnheim Courser. I've kind of been moving up and up with this card. It's really nice. There's also Horizon Seeker, but I'm just going to take the Shimmerdrift Veil. It's a nice land, and it's good in every deck pretty much. Green is going to have some snow synergies usually, and so Shimmerdrift's a nice pickup. Okie doke. Unfortunately, the Snow Duel is not one that's particularly helpful. Black-white, it's one of my colors with Maja, but I'm not really going to be playing Maja in a super splashy deck. 3 Seasons can do good work if I get enough snow stuff, and blue-green is the color of snow. What else is there? In the uncommon slot, Skemfar Elderhall does well if I'm black deck. There's a couple white cards that are decent. Grimdragger. I'm not going to really move into black here, I don't think. There's Berg Strider, which is decent. It's been fun, Chemistry. I think I could just take the land. The pack is generally relatively flat and parallel, and I do have Svella and a Shimmerdrift Veil, so I could be a multicolor deck. I do like Berg Strider too, but it would be my first blue card. So I don't really necessarily know that blue's open. White is looking open, and even if I just end up in a white-black aggro deck or something like that, this card's going to be helpful. Or a deck that wants to splash green, like Abzan or something bizarre. Okay, and now there's a snow-covered forest. That's a really nice addition to a snow deck, potentially. We don't really have a reason to go into snow other than this Svella, which is good in snow decks. Which season is missing? Bergstrider doesn't really push me into snow. It like you don't need that many. You need like 3 lands, and it's not that hard to get in any deck. The problem with Gold Vein pick is you don't really want it in your 5-color control deck because you don't really want to be attacking then. Valkyrie's Sword is pretty cool with Maja because it spits out tokens and then you can make them like relatively sizable, but it is a very expensive engine. Runed Crown is not a card that I like to take before I have runes generally. That's the thing about runes, is them being uncommons makes it a lot harder. I don't force anything. Suspicious Chemistry. I'm just going to take the Snowland here though because I've kind of got a couple snow cards and they get better. Like the more snow cards you have, the easier it gets to do snow stuff. This is just one of those interesting paths through a draft where it could have gone a lot of directions. Whoa! 10 months! Almost a year! That's a long time. Thank you so much, Mitch, for the subscription. I appreciate that. If we'd taken the Runed Crown, the Rune of Flight would have gotten a lot better. There's an Iron Verdict, there's a Squash. These are all playable cards, but I'm just going to keep taking the Snowlands and then try to get maybe some snow payoffs as a good reward for cutting all these Snowlands. And now we'll take Bredegard Stronghold. If we do end up in green-white, which is looking decently likely because these Iron Verdicts keep coming around, we're seeing some green. Bredegard Stronghold's really nice. Rune of Speed is also okay if you're going for like a rune deck, but I don't like the rune deck is so weird to me because I feel like they should have had the runes at common if they wanted it to be a thing, because you just can't reliably get runes. Like you can't be like, oh, I'm going to take a runed crown and then get these runes late. But we're kind of playing Naya Snow right now, and this Snowfield Sinkhole is just kind of a decoy. Okay. Seize the Spoils is sometimes nice. Yeah, but there wasn't really a Shrine deck is my point as well. Starnheim Courser's a nice 3-drop. I could just take that. It fits nicely. I'm probably going to be splashing red if I play red, so I'll just take the Starnheim Courser. It's one that I'm pretty happy with. There's some blue cards. There's the Way Down. Seize the Spoils is pretty cool for like splashing things, but I think we're just going to take the Courser. Wow. Doomscar Titan Wield. That's kind of wild. Kind of wild. There's also just a Goldmaw Champion. There's a Funeral Longboat. Doomscar Titan is bizarre to see here. It's so much more powerful than Goldmaw Champion, though. Wowza. There's another Seize. There's just a Mountain. We'll take the Mountain. This is a weird draft for sure. Blue-red looks open. We haven't seen a single good blue card or a single good red card. I don't know what you're talking about. Okie doke, some black cards. It's the one color we're not really playing. Pick could be helpful here. My deck doesn't have some color issues potentially. Sure. So we've got Naya stuff going on right now. Pretty neat. Ooh, Cauldron. You may play snow permanents from your graveyard. If I do, it enters the battlefield tapped, or a 3/3 that untaps and each snow permanent, which is some stuff. The Gold Vein pick could wheel, so that could be helpful for my deck. Jasper Sentinel could also be helpful if I'm really going with an ambitious Naya mana base. Not looking to play the Sinkhole at the moment. Jorn, God of Winter. Blue-black is so far away from what we're doing right now that I don't think we can take it. I do like the Yara Glade Warden. This card just like makes any of your creatures scary, so I kind of like that. Playing this as a 3-mana 3/3 snow creature that can untap a couple lands when it hits them might be okay. It also untaps Svella. Yeah, we'll try the rare. I've played with the uncommon a little bit. I like trying out new cards. That last click I just want to see how it works. It works with Svella a little bit. It works with my lands a little bit. Could be sweet. Now there's a Darkboar pathway if I did want to potentially try to enable the... And I could maybe use, if I have a Gold Vein pick, I could get some treasure and play the other half. I think we're just going to take Shimmerdrift Vale here. I do like Frostbite, and we have some snow lands. But I think Shimmerdrift Vale is going to be better as a splashing tool for my Naya deck. This card's not... I'm not playing black right now, so... I'm just going to take the Vale. Having good mana for my 3-color deck is going to be important. I'm kind of just straight up Naya at this point, which is kind of neat. Wowza. This card's actually not busted or anything. It's just Scry X, draw 3. I'm not Wolf. I'm not the guy from Cobra Kai. This card, like, there was a card in... it's a good card, don't get me wrong. There was a card in Throne of Eldraine that was 5 mana, Scry 3, draw 3. And it was pretty okay. I think I'm just going to take the Glacial Floodplain here over Jaspera Sentinel and over Story Seeker. Oh yeah, Behold's comparable to the rare, probably. We might get some blue card that we want. I don't know. Ooh. This card's looking really good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snowlands right now. And we have a couple of creatures that are relatively big. There's also Dwarven Hammer. I might just rather have the Dwarven Hammer, to be quite honest. So, like, if I make 2 counters off this, yeah, that's just... the Dwarven Hammer is just better for me. There's an island. This card, what are my creature types? I have 3 warriors. Depends on the deck, Scapio. There's a lot of blue cards in this pack, but we don't have any blue cards that we want to play right now. There's a pick. There's just been so many picks floating around. I hope to wheel one of them, maybe. I don't know, Wolf. I don't know the guy. It's just bizarre. Snow Plains is nice for our deck. Ooh, green-white land. Nice, nice. We've seen like 18 picks this draft, which is absurd. So Jorn is just going to untap a lot of our lands. It's going to be kind of wild. Wow, another Bredegard. Given the fact that I picked 3 more snowlands after the Blessing of Winter, I will say that Blessing looks a little bit better now, but I think we'll be fine. This is a strange deck. We have a lot of 3-drops. We don't have that many playables. I don't even know what we're like. We could play this to help us cast the Cauldron half. Okay, someone's snapping up the picks. There was a pick in this pack that didn't wheel. I didn't even see the Lindworm, not gonna lie. I was hyped for Arctic Treeline for my 3-color deck. I'm gonna take this card over Trickster God's Heist. Huh. I really don't think this is a Codespell Cleric deck. But you never know. Maybe it is. Jaspera Sentinel can help us cast our spells too. I do like having a second Gold Vein pick. It helps me with my mana out. Oh. I'll take Frostpower, I guess. Gold Mazdies. Okay, so now we get to like capitalize. Frostbite's going to be incredible in our deck, so we can just jam that. We're not really playing black. Oh man, Ice Troll's also incredible. Hopefully that wheels. Oh, you're right, because we have a couple picks. I didn't even think about that. I'm just not used to thinking about Goldvein picking runes. But yeah, I guess I could have splashed it. Ooh, Tundra Fumarole is going to be sick. Also Rune of Sustenance to go with the picks, but if we can swing the double red, it's a pretty nice card. Or we could just take Rune of Sustenance to go with the gold veins. Do we have much removal? Not really. I'm just going to take the removal spell. And now we get a Bounding Gold versus Struggle. This card's probably going to wheel. How many creatures do we have? 11 creatures. Struggle, but we don't have any big creatures really, so Struggle's a little bit worse. So I think we'll just take Bounding Gold. Then we get a Valkyrie over like Raptor and Scald. Ooh, nice little 2-drop here. Provoke's not that good. It's 4 mana, deal 3. Glade Warden's nice, but this is just a 2-drop that ramps us a lot. Cole works well with our 2 Goldvein picks. Probably better than Hagi Mob. We're hoping not to play this guy. Kind of hoping not to play this guy also. This is a weird draft. Quite a bizarre one. Ooh, Masked Vandal. You'll love to see the Masked Vandal. Getting a copy of this is so nice for any deck. There's also a Firewalker. But I really do value the first Masked Vandal. And I don't have a ton of 2s anyway if I'm getting beaten down. If they play a 2-drop, I want to be able to defend. And I have an infinite 3-drops. There's a rune to go with my Goldvein pick. I guess we take that. Also works with Cole. Axe Guard Cavalry versus Frenzy Raider. How much boast do we have? I don't think we have any boast. We have 1 boast card, 2 boast cards. Yeah, I think we'll just take this guy to give haste, which is pretty nice. We're just like a straight up 3-color deck. Store Seeker's a 2-drop. We got the Bredegard Stronghold back. We have 3 of those now. Raiders Carve. Or Raptor. I'm just going to take the Raptor. Raptor's good with the Stronghold. This Femoral pick was probably questionable, but we're just going to be playing a bunch of every color, so We'll just take a Raven. We don't really want Raven's wings. So we have 3 Code Spell Clerics. Maybe we play those. This is a weird deck. Probably not great, but you know. Sometimes you gotta try things for the biscuit. Can I cut the... No, I'll keep the longboat. So I could go much heavier into white. So we're splashing green for this card, this card. We could just cut some of our green stuff. But we do have a lot of green sources in this mana base. Pretender is bad? Not really. We have 6 warriors, a changeling, 5 dwarves. It's just like a 3/3 that gets a little bit bigger. And it costs less with our Starnheim coursers. I can cast the backside of Yorn thanks to these picks. To just consistently get back Svella or something. I could just play those 4 1-drops just to confuse my opponents. I don't even know what this deck is. Oh my gosh. And then if I did this, I'd have a bunch of clerics. 4 clerics. It does feel like Boros splash green, doesn't it? Certainly does. Which means we would cut this guy, we would cut this guy. I kind of want to try the Yorn out. And then we would cut this guy maybe. And then play it like this or something. I feel like we could maybe play a little bit more green. So maybe we could play Masked Vandal and Sculptor of Winter. Even though they're 2-drops. We have a lot of greens cards that we kind of want to play. These Snow Forests. Probably not going to play Glacial Floodplain. It is Dragon. Open Arena Sealed? What's that, Sneaky Turtle? There's an arena open for Sealed? Okay, so we can probably just cut some of this no synergy stuff. So we could cut the Yorn, but I want to try it out. So we'll just cut Sculptor, Masked Vandal. I guess if we're going to be playing a land, we'll play a Snow Land. And then we'll play these for green sources. So we'll have 3, 4, 5 green sources. How many lands is this? This is 23 spells. Well, if I have some good green cards that I want to try, I guess I could just play triple Code Spell Cleric, but that's not as fun. And I don't have enough for the 2-drops to be a great Boros aggro deck, I don't think. No, pack 1, pick 1 was Svella. I kind of like adding back in the Masked Vandal. It's just such a nice effect to have in a deck. And this longboat's just not super good for me, I don't think. Okay, so I like this build, I think. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 green cards in the deck. And so we have 3, 4, 5 green sources in the deck. 5 green sources is probably a bit much. We can probably consider cutting this. So what's my colors like? It's like 10-9 in terms of white to red. So how many white sources do I have? I have... Don't need this, don't need this. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9 red sources. Where are my planes? Where are the planes? Oh, I have to make way more cuts. It wasn't like auto adding lances. 5, 6, 7, 13, 14. Oh my gosh, why did it do that? Basic lands. Okay, so we have that. Oh, there the planes are. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white sources. This is 3, 4, 5, 6 green sources and 6, 7. How many lands is this? 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Jeez Louise. 5, 6, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18. 18 lands seems fine when I have 3 strongholds. I just found out about the arena thing, so I haven't put any thought into it. And so I can make one more cut, which is nice. I could cut this guy. How many warriors do I have now? 6 warriors. This card's just going to be a little bit slow. I'm just going to cut it. And then I'll run it like this. Seems pretty good to me. Looks interesting at the very least. And I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support me over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, especially those who support me at the credits level. I really do appreciate the support, and it is thanks to the support of patrons that I'm able to continue producing high quality videos on a consistent basis. Even those who pledge just a single $1 a month really do help me out, and all patrons gain access to my card by card grade spreadsheet for Kaldheim, so you get that nice little resource no matter what level of patron you are, and then you can get access to other cool things at higher tiers. But without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1, everybody. Pretty nice hand here. We have a couple snowlands, so we can maybe use Tundra Fumarole for some good usage. Think positive. Oh, I always think positive. We'll start with the tree line. We have all of our colors. I don't think we have double white, but we might want to play this for white mana so that we can activate our strongholds. The gold vein pick. So we can cast that off of our Tundra Fumarole, maybe? Okay, we're going to name white here. Maja is double white, yeah. So they foretold something. It's probably Iron Price, Jarl. Those are some common cards just that popped in my head immediately. It could be Kaya's Onslaught, I guess. They're using Kaladesh Basics. Interesting. So next turn I'm going to play the Braggart. The turn after that I can use Tundra Fumarole, get back 2 mana, to use that to play the gold vein pick and equip it. So I'm just going to do this turn. Fumarole will wait until turn 5 when I use my 6 synergy. The power. Oh, actually, I'll only use 1 snow mana to cast it, because that way I can still have white mana to boast with this thing, I guess. Starnheim Unleashed. That would be funny. That's a heck of a card. Oh. Well. Yikes. Well then. Yeah, you're right. I can only spend one. That's what I was thinking. Main deck Invoke the Divine, eh? It's kind of brutal. I can play, So I take 6 this turn? Yikes. Oh my gosh, they even put the counter there. So we take 8 this turn. I can block this next turn with 5. So if I use this, I can... How much mana do I have? I have 5 mana. This costs 2, so essentially, so I can use 2 mana. Or I could go Bredegard Stronghold. This thing gets me 1 mana back, so it costs 2. So I can play this and this. The fact that they killed my Luminous Bonds really wrecks me here. Or my Bounding Bolt or whatever. I think I have to be able to hit them for lifelink with something. So I'm gonna go this. This. If I do this, I can play Gold Vein Pick, but then I can't do anything with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this and play the pick, I guess. Uh-oh. Jeez Louise. Yeah, they just had the dream curve out. So if I do this, I'm not dead yet. I take 1 from that. I use this. I play this guy. Yeah, I'm just dead. Well, that was about the best possible draw they could have had, I think. I mean, they used every single card in their hand. They double spelled every turn with their Infernal Pet. Yeah. That was brutal, as they say. Huh. Man, the main deck Invoke really got me, because the Infernal Pet did 16 damage to me, or whatever. It is the first round, Gehitsu. We're playing some Naya stuff. This hand does not have red mana, but we're going to keep it anyway. Kind of just drafted some Naya stuff, Shadow Wolf. It's not even really a snow deck because we don't really have any payoffs for snow. We have Svella and Jorn. Wow, Recon, that's very nice of you. I don't actually have sub badges, like custom ones unlocked, because I'm just a humble affiliate on Twitch. And so you don't get custom sub badges when you're affiliates. Packmate. Uh-oh. We are in trouble. This is not going well, shall we say. This could be a quick draft, shall we say. Oh, yes. Yeah, I can't even say we're unlucky because we have 4 lands. It just, our colors are just trash. We have decent mana too. If we had a Shimmer Drift Veil, maybe I was supposed to mulligan that hand. I don't know. I forgot how many red sources we have. I think we have 8 red sources or something. Ah, the old post-combat. No! I'm just gonna... I can't win this game. The post-combat struggle for Skemfar. That's brutal. Yeah, if I'd drawn the Gold Vein pick sooner... The Gold Vein pick is like a component of my fixing. Huh. That was not a mountain arena. It can make red treasures. Yeah, we have 8 red sources, we have 9 white sources, and we have 6 green sources. We'll keep going. I think the build is fine. Ugh. Little Strumpa. On the draw. Again, no red mana. But we have a 2-drop. We can cast this 3-drop if we hit 1 land. I'm gonna keep it. We got 2, 3, 4 all set to go. Prediguard Stronghold's a really good card. Having 3 in my deck is like a real advantage. If they attack me, I'm going to take it and try to hit them back. Okay, now... Yeah, okay. Nice, nice. I'm going to cast this thing because I'd rather trade it off with the Draugr. Nga. The draft was interesting, Simon. We have kind of this Naya deck that has not drawn all of its colors most rounds. Oh no. Speaking of colors. Let's go. I just realized that I could have killed that with my Masked Vandal. Maybe regret coming my way. I totally forgot that that was how that was going to work. Oopsie daisies. Not my greatest play. I got blown away by my my ambitions there. I just saw the haste executed on the haste. So we play this. Probably botched this in a major way, but maybe not. I mean, Cole is pretty good with the Axe Guard Braggart. Cole is pretty good here. Gotta be said. Ah, yes, Demir Berserker Tribal. I see. Okay, so I hit them for 3. Play Axe Guard. Play. Use the equipment. Greetings, Pilot Eater. Ah, they choose themselves. Someone of strong talent. Oh, they're playing Zombie Tribal. Oh, clearly they don't know how this works. Sure, I'll take the action. Oh, that's always satisfying. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, Cole with this guy is such a beating. My gosh. So I attack. Sure. I'll trade with Inga. That way there's not 3 or more creatures dying. Wait, what? Oh, the Wither Crown. Interesting. Smart, smart. Did not think about that. The thought did not cross my head. Oopsie daisies. I am not playing this game particularly well. Gotta be said. I'll just throw it out there. We have all 3 of our Bredegard strongholds in play, dear goodness. Jeez, I totally forgot about the Wither Crown thing. I could have just as easily killed the Draugr Thought Thief. Oh, I messed this up again. I thought I was going to activate this land, but then I decided against it. Yeah, that was bad. Yikes. Well, I could have played this thing, but, you know. Might as well boast. True. I totally even forgot the card had boast. I'm really not paying attention today at all. Oh, no. No, not cool, Brohim. So next they get to swap non-basic, non-permanent type. So I'm not going to play an enchantment this turn. Okay, we're going to get a plains. can trade with their Carful. No, they can't. They have to share a type. And this is an enchantment. Paying the thing to move the thing over was really bad, because I think I could have activated 2 of these in a turn. Oh yeah, I certainly could have done that and just won this turn. Yeah. Not the best play I've ever made. I will say, I have not been playing this particularly great. Huge yikes. Yeah, I could have done a lot of things differently this game, shall we say. Okay, past the blocks. Well, we're going to block 1-3 on this guy, 2-2 on this guy. In case they have blood on the snow or something, we'll trade that off, I think. And yeah, just to save some damage. Yay! We got a win. That was one of the worst played games possible. I just was reading Twitch chat the whole time and not really focused on the game. So if folks were watching that on YouTube and wondering what was I thinking, it was mostly because it's much harder to play while talking than it looks. We're just going to keep it going. Keep it going. Ugh. Sometimes you just have those days where you're not really focused. Not 100% in the zone, as it were. But Cole just completely won us that game. Cole, the Forge Master. Well, this is a decent hand. We're hoping to draw an untapped land. Blame Twitch chat. I mean, what's Twitch chat for if not for blaming completely everything on Antonio? That's pretty much the whole reason to stream, so that you can blame Twitch chat. This card and Starnheim Courser are both really good with the Stronghold. They're 2 of my better counters targets. See you later, Sujav. If we ripped a mountain cold off the top here, how satisfying would that be? Eh. Not drawing a land was rough there. We do have 18 lands in the deck, so I think expecting to draw an untapped land was actually reasonable. Like, if we had drawn that mountain last turn, we would have been in great shape this game. Or even if just, like, a plains, we would have been in great shape. I blamed you personally for a loss? When? Jeez. Oh, this is really not my day in terms of playing skill and drawing the right number of lands. I just needed to hit every land drop this game, and I kept a 3-lander to do it and did not. Okay, buddy. Sure. There's our land. I don't know why I didn't attack them for one last turn, to be quite honest. Oh no. Well, that's bad. Two, 5, 6, 7. If they have a combat trick, I'm just dead. Of course they have Run Amok. Oh gosh. That was just one of those days. I didn't play very well the last game, but this one was like... it was kind of... I was just about to be able to go activate this thing, make a 2/3 first striker, hit him for 5, gain 5, have a couple creatures that are good blockers. One of the downsides of a video like this, if I do post these sorts of things, is I always know that there's always someone like, man, you could have done this deck in the draft, because they've watched the whole thing in a different perspective. I don't think I drafted the deck badly, really. I think the deck actually is pretty good. It's got some fixing with the picks. It's got a bunch of snow stuff. I don't know. It's pretty, looks like a reasonable deck to me. I don't know. Got some neat stuff going on. I will also say that first round our opponent beat us with main deck Invoke the Divine. And other than that, we were chilling. And then the last game we were pretty close to being in okay shape. I don't know. I think it was better than it looked for sure. And maybe it wasn't the best deck, but it was probably like slightly above average in terms of power level. Hard to say. I did miss out on... Oh!
Bad day, but still 50 win rate.
It wasn't 50 win rate. It went 1-3, but I'm glad you enjoyed the video, Grustin. Wow, 13 months. That's a long time. That's over a year. That's insane. But yeah, I could have prioritized runes a little bit higher when I had the Gold Vein pick there. I didn't really think about the combo with Rune of Flight, but it probably would have just made my mana worse. I think I'm running 18 lanes. 5, 6, 7, 12, 17, 18, and I still like, and I think I never really flooded out. I just kind of was always a little bit stuck on lands to some degree in most games, which was a problem. But I think the deck's pretty solid. Like if I had... Before a draft, I think I would probably be in a spot where if I knew before the draft that I'd end up with this deck, I would be like, okay. But I would still probably choose to draft, if that makes sense. So it's like, I don't know. It was a tough spot, I think, to be in. But yeah, I think that overall, I think I'm pretty fine with all the picks I made and things like that. And I think the build is pretty good overall. We've got some nice synergies. Whoa, Sindelicious, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome, welcome. If you were watching on YouTube and you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag stumbling to victory, because that one game we won was like the most, every time I made a play, I realized that it was slightly wrong that I've played recently. So hashtag stumbling to victory, because the one win we did get was pretty funny, where we just kind of made everything a little bit strange and things like that. If you did enjoy the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section down below with your questions or feedback. You can check out the Twitch stream live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. You can also read my articles, support my content via Patreon, linked in the description, pinned comment down below. And if you have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, which can become Twitch Prime because Amazon owns Twitch, you can even support my content for free on Twitch by linking the two accounts and then subscribing to my channel, included with your Amazon Prime account. I dropped a pencil. But that is going to do it for this draft video. It was an interesting deck, to say the least. A fun little journey. Cole definitely performed pretty well, which is kind of nice. And I will see you folks next time.